Okay, we're into our first video for 19.1. This is expressions with equivalency applications. So in these problems, what we're asked to do is we're asked to take some information, figure out which of a series of expressions could satisfy that, which of a series of expressions are the same as what's in all the words, and then answer a question. So Katie and Bill are making models of the Earth for their science class. Katie's model has a surface area of 240 square centimeters, and she's going to paint that 60% blue. What does that 60% look like as a decimal? We know it looks like 0.6. What does it look like as a fraction? Well, 6/10, and that simplifies to 3/5. Why am I showing it as a decimal and a fraction? Because all of these answers we have to match it against include either decimals or fractions. Let's look at the rest of the problem. Bill's model has a surface area of 200 square centimeters, and he wants to paint 75% blue. Let's put Bill right here. 75%, 0.75, and the fraction 3/4. So then the final thing that we're going to do is we're going to circle the calculations that could be used to determine the difference in the amount. What calculations here match the words? And what I would suggest you always do is you go through and you decide for each part, is it true or false? If both parts are true, the whole thing is true. If any part is false, the whole thing is false. So when we look at A, 60 times 240. Well, we said it's going to be 240, but it's times 0.6. And my suggestion to you would be go through and show what should that be. That shouldn't be 60, it's 0.6, which means that's false, so the whole thing is false. B, 3/4 times 240. 240, nope. That should be 3/5 times 240. Any part false, all false. 3/5 times 240, yes, that's true. 3/4, right here is our fraction, times 200, that's true. That one's true. 6/10 times 240, that's true. 7/500, 0.75 times 200, that's true. Whole thing true. So who will paint the most square centimeters blue? Well, now we have two different equations, two different expressions actually that we could solve. I'm going to solve D, since D is the one that's all in decimals. And here's what I know. For Katie, my problem is what's 240 times 0.6. And for Bill, what's 200 times 0.75? The reason I'm setting them up this way is I learned from Paige Rincon. Paige showed me a better way to do it. When I did it originally, I put them side by side. I put one on top of the other, but I liked Paige's way of doing this better. So let's figure it out. 240 times 0.6 equals 144. Katie is going to do 144 square centimeters blue. How about Bill? Well, Bill has 200 times 0.75. That's 150. Bill will have 150 square centimeters that are blue. And 144 is less than 150. So let's get rid of that calculator. Bill will paint 6 square centimeters more blue on his model. Now, if you simply wrote Bill, okay, as long as I could see from your work you knew why Bill. If you just guessed Bill, and I couldn't see it from your work, you don't get credit for that. But if you wrote out, Bill will paint 6 centimeters more blue on his model, man, I know you know what you're talking about. So take a look at that, match it against your test. If you have questions, be sure you bring them to class.